I was standing out here in the Cab Franc today. Nice balmy day at it.
So, Chad, Don Phelps. So I was peppering Don with questions the other night, asking, hey, how cold can the grapes tolerate? And of course that depends, but how cold can the grapes tolerate, Don?
Well, right now the WSU model shows Cab Franc as being able to handle about 12.7 degrees negative, and that'll get you to 50% bud damage. 10% bud damage starts somewhere around 10 degrees. So right now we're in no real danger zone or anything. This morning's low here at the lake was about 3.8 degrees, and that's above zero, so we're still a long ways to go. But if the winter progresses, as the winter progresses, if it continues to keep getting cooler and cooler, they get hardier and hardier, and the bud damage, that critical temperature gets lower and lower all the time.
So does it also vary by grape variety?
Yes, to some extent. There's a variation of the ones that the WS model has in it. They vary from about a 9 degree, no, something I don't grow is like at 7.9 degrees or something negative was its critical zone, up to about 13 degrees for Chardonnay, 13 minus that is.
So something like Chardonnay can get a bit colder than maybe some of the other varieties.
Right, they can tolerate cold better. Riesling's another one that can tolerate cold better than some of the others. Some of the other more exotic fruit, say Cab Franc's 12.7, these are all negative numbers. Bourgeois, which is nobody grows it here. It was something quite a bit lower. But of the things that grow here, the one that they don't talk about in the WSU model is Pinot Noir. They don't really give us a number for that. So I'm not sure how that stands up as opposed to, say, Cab Franc or Cab Sauv.
Sure. So with the colder experience, and you think this week we could be okay in the lands?
Yeah, I think we're fine this week. There may be some cold pockets where, the cold really settles in, but I think in general we're in good shape. That's another reason for planting on a hillside, actually, because then you get air drainage. That cold air sinks to the bottom ground. The poor neighbor down below gets it all for you.
Right. That's where we grow annual crops down there, right?
Exactly. Why you grow hay.
Yeah. Or pumpkins.
Yeah. But with the buds, you can see them here on these canes, if we can see there, but there's several buds on it. These have been all pre-pruned, and we've got a number of buds sticking out here. And those are the buds that are critical. Those are your primary buds. Those are the ones most susceptible to damage because they're the biggest and they're most exposed. There's some minor buds behind those called tertiary and secondary buds. They're safeguards in case something happens to the primary. But those are the ones you want to keep. And if they get frozen out, then you're going to have a real small crop or no crop at all, depending on it. But in this case, we're in good shape so far.
Well, as many of you know, this is the Cab Franc block here at Hard Row, something that's become kind of a staple and such an amazing wine. Judy always says wine's made in the vineyard, so
and she's in the kitchen right now.
So we wanted to let everybody know it's cold here. We're able to stand out here in the cold and bring you some information about how the vines are doing. So hope you enjoyed it.
Take care.